Hey everybody, Hi Lord Tamerlane here with once again another Obscurity in Miniature. Today we're going to be taking a look at Zarakh, a Berserk pack leader from Legendarion Miniatures out of, I want to say they're from the Ukraine, somewhere in Eastern Europe, somewhere far from Southern California where I am. As you can see, he is quite a few parts here. Nice big chunky body. He's actually quite a big figure. This base of his is actually a 60mm base, and so let's dig right into it. So, first of all, since he is supposed to be a berserker of some sort, he's got some pretty heavy armor, nice facial details there. Scarred up eyeball is always nice. First should be nice and easy to paint. He's got some runes and kind of forestry looking pattern stuff on him there. Those two plugs there are for one of his swords, and then I want to say it's this sword right here plugs in, and then the other sword there is going to plug in on top of that. So he's quite big, quite armored, and then to go with his whole berserker look, he's got these bladed claw things that are going to go on over his gauntlets. I want to say, so this is on one hand, and then this one has these two smaller blades that go on there. I'm going to put it together in just a sec so you guys can take a look at that. It's a nice touch with the braided tails. I'm not sure if that's a thing, but I guess they're into that there for wherever Legendarion's wolves come from. Again, nice detail. I did clean this up a little bit. There were lots of little leftover casting gates on him. Nothing too drastic. Nothing that couldn't easily be fixed. I do like the fact that he's quite armored up. You can see he's got bandages all around his legs there as well. The base itself, as I said, is about 60mm. Nothing too exciting. At least it doesn't say Legendarion all over it. I do like the fact that when he does sculpt his own bases, they don't have his logo emblazoned on them like some of the more generic older releases he's made have. You can see that like on some of the Kitsune models I've reviewed before. So then we've got another piece of loincloth there with some little runes hanging off of it. One thing I was kind of surprised, for being a berserker, there's no like, well, I was going to say there's no skulls all over him or, you know, body parts hanging off. But other than the big skull there on his shoulder, no, he's pretty free of gory trophies all over himself. So that's the figure itself. I'm going to put it together in a sec so I can show you guys, just to give you an idea of how big he's going to be. I'm going to go grab some Wolfen I have laying around in the house, if I have any left, and we'll see how they compare, okay? Give me one sec here. So we've got our Zarakh all put together here, and let me say, he is a big bad wolf. I didn't completely glue him, I just put the arms. Let me talk a little bit about the build. So, the arms themselves were quite simple. It was just an easy, quick slot into the torso. I'm going to keep the torso separate while I paint it. I'm not a big fan of building the entire thing all together. I did have a tricky time trying to get the loincloth attached, just due to the way the legs were positioned. It was kind of a pain to get that piece in there. I did have to clean a little bit of flash out from inside between his legs. Unlike most of my Mearse wolves, who I no longer own, there was no man junk hanging around in there. So I had to double check that. I've built way too many Darklands figures that what I thought was flash was actually his organs there. So thankfully that's not the case with this figure. As I said, so he is quite a big figure. For the most part, a very simple and easy to handle build. I have my handy dandy Goritzy wolf there. As you can see, he barely just comes up to his torso even. I know he's got that big extra base here, but even so. And then I've got another one of the Goritzy characters there next to him, and it's still, he's barely past his waist. So yeah, this figure is going to be quite a nice character model centerpiece. I mean, he almost doubles as like a lycanthropic giant or something if you're doing a D&D RPG campaign, but I mean, he's just massive. Alternatively, I'm thinking he might make a good demon prince of some sort. I might paint him up in corn colors while I'm at it. For circle players, I'd say this would be quite a good warp wolf. They're called warp wolves, right? That sounds right. Alphas or whatever they were called. Anyway, the big circle heavy war beasts for hordes. I think this guy would be a great model for that. I know there is one of it's the Warpwolf Stalker or something like that. One of them's got the sword. This got to be a good example of it. So again, really clean cast. I know I did clean it ahead of time. I was just too excited to put them together. I do have a couple of Legendarion figures, and hopefully one of these days I'm going to put together a playlist with all of those figures in them. So you can see it's going to be quite a big figure if you're looking to get any kind of big giant wolves for your tabletop. This is a definite viable option. Not too expensive. I want to say most websites that carry their stuff, it's about 20 euros or so. He's resin, he's in big easy pieces to build, and you got yourself a nice big bad wolf there. So in case you're interested, I should have a link there down in the comments section below. Hope this has been somewhat informative, and I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Bye.